Hello, I'm Nicole PR, creator of the Spirit Cats Oracle deck, and I'm going to do a Spirit Cats Oracle reading for you. And this is going to be a timeless reading on a specific subject on how to tap into our creativity and really supercharge our creativity. And I'm just going to go tap into synchronicity here. And so whenever you hear this, this is the perfect time for you to receive this message around tapping into your creativity. So this is my deck, my Spirit Cats Oracle deck that I illustrated and wrote, and I'll be reading with these. We'll see what the kitties have to say, what help they can give us with really lighting that fire of our creativity and supercharging our creativity for ourselves right now. All right, so let's just take a moment and ground, connect down to the earth. Take a deep inhale and exhale it out. Just letting go of everything that's come before this moment and everything that will come after it. Opening up the crown of the head, the crown chakra, like a blooming flower. Opening up to our guides and teachers of the highest vibration and our most magical selves. And just asking that the messages that come through today be in our highest good and that they be easy to integrate and very helpful to us. Now ring the bell to open the reading. All right, let the magic begin. Let's see what Spirit Cats want to come out and play with us and share. So I'm going to be doing a 3-card reading. Okay. All about our creativity. Okay, so the first card I'm pulling, and this is about like what will really help us to ignite our inspiration, to give us that spark of inspiration, that motivation from within to move into creative expression. And I picked the perfect card for this. I just drew passion, and she even looks like a bit of like a little flame or a fire, so I like to think of that as our creative fire. And passion is our drive, our fuel, our fire. It's our life force yearning and stretching in the direction of our love. So just noticing, like, what do you love? What lights you up? You know, where are you feeling that you want to create right now? And you know, are you getting locked into old ways of creating maybe, and you want to open up to something that really creates that spark for you, that sense of curiosity and interest, and you know, you just feel like the fire starts within you. And this card is also about honoring that passion that you have with time and with devotion and time, and creating sacred space for it. So that's, I think in a way, that's, if you know that there's something that you are passionate about, this is asking us to set aside time for that, and then trusting that within that container that the inspiration will drop in, right? And we'll find that inspiration in that container, and just having that dedication to your passion, that devotion to your passion will help that to really flow. All right, so that's the inspiration energy. What inspires us? Our passions. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, the second card I'm going to ask about is about what can help us overcome any resistance or self-doubt that we might have around creativity. In whatever way we're being creative, a lot of times when we try to be creative, there'll be resistance and self-doubt, you know, self-criticism, things that hold us back. Maybe we feel scared to start, scared to finish something. We don't know how, you know, we are afraid that we're going to fail at it, or it's not going to come out the way that we want it. So sometimes there's a little contraction that can be part of the creative process. So what will help us with that? This is so cute. So this is the mischief card. Playful little trickster, know to pounce on toes while you're sleeping and possibly tiptoe across your computer while you're trying to work. And so I think taking this mischief energy, and what will help us with that resistance, the inner critic, is not taking that too seriously, right? Instead of thinking, oh, this is, you know, maybe I am not really good at this, or maybe like this painting will come out like really bad and I won't get the vision in my head out onto the paper, or these kind of like self-doubts where you're afraid to even really start or afraid to bring something to its fruition. Instead of thinking of those as like really heavy, serious things, let's like lighten it up a little bit. Maybe they're more like mischief thoughts, right? That are kind of like messing with you a little bit. And it's okay. They can come in, they can, mess with you a little bit, but you don't take it seriously. You're not like, you know what, you're right, actually, now I'm not going to paint this painting at all, So keeping that lightheartedness, and also looking at, whenever we're creative, there's always things that don't come out quite the way we thought, or maybe there's something that we see as a mistake. But rather than like, this is like bringing that lightness to it. So the mistake can be like an element of mischief. And sometimes from a mistake, it actually brings out creativity, because then we have to figure out, well, how can we work around that? How can we work with that? It brings out this other layer of problem solving, and that those limitations can spark even more creativity. So I think also that that lighthearted, playful energy helps us to keep moving forward even when we find an obstacle within it, rather than just like getting stuck and being like, it's too much, I can't handle it, I'm not good at this, I give up, So keeping that mischief energy. And the last part of this that I wanted to ask for the third question is, what will really help us stay in this flow state, right? Where we're in this creative flow, we're really immersed. We're not, getting overly distracted. And it's such a lot, it's such a beautiful feeling when we're in that flow state. It's almost like a moving meditation. We're really present in our bodies. We're just like watching what we're creating unfolding. Ideas are coming to us. I mean, it's such a beautiful space to find that state of flow. So what energy will really help us with that state of flow in our creativity? Aww. Unconditional love. And I think that this is really about loving ourselves no matter what, right? Like with no conditions. So taking away all those layers of like shame and that maybe I'm doing this wrong, because those kind of things can take us out of the flow, and really just like loving ourselves, and even telling ourselves that no matter no matter what we do, no matter what the end result is, we are surrounded by love, we're surrounded by compassion, and even just this attempt at creation is so beautiful and so special in itself, that we deserve to be showered in our own love and the love of spirit for even engaging in that creative energy, right? And stepping into that, being daring, taking those risks. Like that is so beautiful in itself, that we're willing to step out of our comfort zone and try something and see what comes, right? So just giving us that ourselves the unconditional love, and also like this is also about like, it says she can see your supposed imperfections as mere beloved quirks, right? So this is really interesting too in the creative process. A lot of times we think if there's some aspect that maybe we're not as proficient at, or maybe we do something in a way that's like not the way everyone does it, but it's because of some limitation that we experience. So our minds can get in there and really see that as a negative, but that could also be like, a beloved quirk or like something interesting. So it makes it that your filter of creativity becomes very specific, and those limitations will create something unique. So it's not just our talents and gifts that are part of the creative process, but actually some of our limitations bring out another aspect of it that's beautiful too. So that's how you can like love the entirety of yourself, and really bringing in that love will help you get into that flow state. So what will inspire us the most and really spark our creativity and give us that kind of that energy? Our passion, following what our passions are. What are we loving right now? What just like intrigues us and lights us up? And if you don't know what it is, like follow your curiosity first and just experiment and see, right? And that's That's what's gonna like feed that flame and be devoted to what we're passionate about. How to deal with our doubts and our inner critic. Mischief. Don't take it too seriously. It's okay that they're there, but these voices are just like a bit of mischief, and they don't know the full story, and they're just like, they're like a little cat who's trying to like, knock over knock something off your desk when you're trying to work. Like, it's like that. It's nothing that bad, and you can still like do what you need to do even with it. So stay lighthearted. It's a playful experiment. And last, what will help keep us into a flow state while we're creating unconditional love. So loving ourselves, accepting all parts of ourselves, our limitations, our gifts, our talents. It's all good. It's all beautiful and welcome at the table of creativity. So I hope you feel these spirit cats helping you in your creative journey. And please join me again. I will be doing readings once a week where I will explore all different types of questions, each one, and around love and money and healing and self-care, all of these things. So there'll be something for you, and I just trust that it will come to you at the exact perfect moment. And if you want to get a copy of my deck, the Spirit Cats Oracle deck, 40 inspirational cards, you can see them front and back. They are in my shop at NicolePR.com, spiritcatsdeck.com, either one. So check it out. All right, lots of love.